Essentially, if his door was wide open and someone standing outside could see him, that he still have reasonable expectation that no one would see or record him. And I guess that
because like even if you have the damn door open, no one's walking up to the door, whipping out their camera, and then oh look at the guy, he's naked, and then lying later on saying he assaulted her. Oh what's up? Oh what's up? What up, it's Ahmadjay back here, another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by Atozy. The video is gonna be on the TikTok DoorDash girl's legal case is going awful for her. Bro, here I am thinking the world was just done talking about her after she did what she did already. Honestly, yeah, we already know the rundown. She basically lied and got caught on film about basically what happened, and it already seemed like she was lying off the bat. But yeah, honestly, it kind of got worse for her because she actually got punished for all of this. But I guess it got worse. Let's get to it. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you like these type of videos. And we are on the road to 900. Let's get it.
the TikTok DoorDash girl filmed a naked man passed out inside his own home and then posted it for nearly 30 million people to see, and then claimed that she was the victim. So naturally, she got hit with 2 felony charges, and after months of failed plea negotiations, she has decided to fight this thing in front of a jury.
Oh my God, bro.
This is related. They just punished me for posting about my while DoorDashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Now, if you watched my last video on this case, you would know that we've been waiting forever for something to actually happen in this case. I literally flew to Oswego, New York to watch Olivia Henderson appear in court, only to just, get there, see everyone. I saw her there, and then everything got postponed. Or, well, it wasn't technically postponed because it got moved up to county court. So essentially, I just had to pack up my bags, go home, and waited. Then she got indicted months later. And now, after even more months of court dates and motions, and I guess trying to work things out behind the scenes, we finally know what's going on because Olivia Henderson is preparing to go to trial.
The internet can't seem to get enough of the criminal case of Olivia Henderson, the now former DoorDash.
I have no idea why she's really trying to fucking fight this that much. I can understand fighting a case if you know exactly why you're wrong. I mean, well, no, not wrong. I mean, you're in the right or whatever. But like, you're getting caught on camera while filming. Is she trying to go for a lesser charge? Because these charges seem like they're lesser. The 2 charges she got charged with.
Driver on TikTok claiming she was harassed by a customer, naked, asleep on his couch, when she delivered his order last year. But then police charged her because she recorded him and posted the video.
So she appeared in Oswego County Court again on July 31st, and Olivia and prosecutors have failed to reach a plea agreement, which is pretty big because remember, what she's accused of doing here back in October 2025, Olivia was delivering a DoorDash order when she arrived at a customer's house, and according to her, she found the door open. And inside was a dude passed out on his couch naked from the waist down. Police later said that he was drunk, unconscious, and incapacitated. So Olivia recorded him from the outside of the apartment and posted the footage to TikTok, where it absolutely exploded. And we're talking 30 million views. I mean, that is a lot of people seeing a passed out.
30 million views. This is 30 million views of people literally seeing your whole address. You basically got doxxed in front of everybody. Everybody has seen your address. I hope bro moved, and I hope bro is just secure, because this is literally the embodiment of just real life being doxxed in real life. Like, we've seen people get doxxed on the internet before, but that's just like all over social media. But I'm pretty sure nobody really always seen it, but they literally eventually had to move. But like, you getting doxxed in front of that many people?
Dude naked. That is not ideal, especially because obviously this was without his consent. Then she also claimed that the man had intentionally exposed himself to her and said that she had been assaulted. The woman who recorded a man without his permission while he was unconscious claimed that she was assaulted by said unconscious man. Something's not adding up here. Regardless, police investigated this and said they found no evidence that an assault actually occurred. So they said there was no physical contact, and their investigation concluded the man had been unconscious on his couch because of alcohol. And last time I checked, it's not illegal to pass out drunk on your own sofa. It is very unfortunate that the dude managed to leave his door open though. Regardless though, the man wasn't charged, Olivia was. And she's now facing 2 felony charges: 2nd-degree unlawful surveillance and 1st-degree dissemination of an unlawful surveillance image. So this is the act of filming him and then the act of posting these videos on TikTok. But here's where this update gets really interesting, because for months, I mean, one of my biggest questions was, how do you defend this? Because, you know, she filmed it and she posted it. That's what she's being charged for. Well, I would think this would be case closed because there isn't too much mystery about it. And apparently her own attorney also agrees with that part. So her public defender, David Smallwood,
Her own attorney agrees with this. So I guess she's the only one just trying to pursue this. Do you know how much money you're wasting just to be in the pursuit to try to be right? And when you know you're obviously wrong, when there's just a case closed right there. People's ego will never cease to amaze me, bro. Because I think this is just all ego of wanting to be right, and you're not right. You're definitely dead ass just not right. I don't get like what more you can do here when police already investigated everything. Yeah, I don't know, but like you're about to be spending a lot of money in court fees, bro.
told News Channel 9, I think there's very little argument on what the evidence actually is, on what actually happened.
Her public defender challenging the prosecution's narrative she invaded her victim's privacy, an argument he's asking the judge to rule on.
While it is reasonable to expect for most people that you have privacy, if you do something to not have privacy, then you no longer have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
Emphasizing it was the customer who left the solid door open with just the glass door as the barrier.
Oh wait, I'm up here thinking he's already trying to like not take her side and just keep doing it. But I don't know. I guess that argument I just made was kind of wrong and still not wrong in a sense. But I really don't get why she's still trying to pursue this. But like he's dumb as fuck to still just try to take her side
To his home.
And that seems to be the argument they're preparing to take into court. They're not really fighting over whether Olivia filmed and posted the man. They're fighting over whether doing that actually meets the legal requirement of, these felony charges. And I guess a huge part of this argument comes down to two questions. First, how much privacy can you legally expect from inside your home when your front door is open? And number two, was this man's front door even open in the first place? Because Olivia's attorney is now leaning hard into that first question. Smallwood says the homeowner's door was left wide open, exposing him to the public. Basically, the defense appears to be arguing, yes, this man was inside his own home, but the door was wide open, so anyone could see him from the street. So essentially, if his door was wide open and someone standing outside could see him, that he still have reasonable expectation that no one would see or record him. And I guess that distinction.
I'm sorry, that's a stupid ass argument though. Because like even if you have the damn door open, no one's walking up to the door and whipping out their camera and then oh look at the guy, he's naked, and then lying later on saying he assaulted her. What are we talking about here, bro? Like, bro, just get this case, bro, out the door. Just stop trying to give her some expectations that she's going to like win this.
Matters because the unlawful surveillance charge involves recording someone at a place and time which that person has reasonable expectation of privacy. This isn't just like Olivia's attorney standing up there and going, well, what she did wasn't that bad. No, he's attacking the actual part that the prosecutors have to prove. I can at least understand the legal question they're raising. Like if you're standing naked in front of a giant open window facing a crowded sidewalk, do you really think no one's going to see you? But I guess that brings us to the second question. Because before we spend 10 minutes debating on what an open door does to your right to privacy, I would like to know whether this door was actually open or not. Because Olivia is saying it wasn't. We had early reports saying that it was like open, but not fully open, and that she pushed it open. But the big problem with that is we haven't seen any proof that that was the case. All we really have is Olivia's side of the story, and obviously the video. So essentially, Olivia's maintained that she arrived and found that door open. And some of the more recent reporting describes it that way too. The Oswego County News reported in June that the police said that she arrived to the customer's apartment and found the door open. But if you remember the original controversy, people were going frame by frame through the footage and were questioning whether that was actually what happened. Because you had a whole bunch of claims online, at least early on in the story, where people said the door wasn't wide open and that Olivia maybe pushed it further open herself before filming inside. And that obviously would be a very different situation, because obviously there's a massive difference between I walked up to this house and those.
Honestly, if they can just prove that, I don't know. I feel like he should probably had like a that's what I was like notified on. And when I was like watching all these videos around this controversy, I heard they found some type of doorbell camera, and I guess they said he had one or some type of fucking camera, and they saw her open the door and then start filming. But honestly, either way, I feel like this shit's like, I mean, I guess he's just trying to like prove it in like the legal term and just find that legal loophole. That's his job. But I feel like it's really annoying to just keep trying to pursue this and just take that damn charge, bro. It's over with. But I mean, I guess the amount of money she probably paid him, he wants this to be worth it, and he needs this case to just kind of take him, his job further. But in a sense, like, I don't even know if she even opened that door then. I'm confused on that aspect. Was the door left open? I feel like despite the door being left open or even open, bro, like, you whipping out a phone and filming is still, it's still like violating. That's like at least how I feel. But I guess terms of laws just will, kind of like not really take your side on that.
The naked man visible right there, or she walked up, the door was kind of open but not fully open. She kind of saw a glimpse of the guy and then pushed open. I don't know. There was also some early reporting alleging there was ring camera footage from a neighbor. So again, this will be really interesting to see if that's true or not. And right now, based on the reporting we have, I don't think we should pretend that the question has been completely settled. What we do know is that police said Olivia recorded the man from outside the apartment. We know Olivia says the front door was open. And now we also know that her attorney is arguing that the door was wide open and that this man gave up some reasonable expectation of privacy. But whether the evidence actually backs that up, I guess we'll see that in court. Because obviously, if the entire defense leans on the dude's door being wide open, hopefully nothing comes out that disproves that. But regardless, despite all of that, all the headlines are now saying Olivia Henderson is officially going to trial. And there will be one big hurdle before we actually get there, because her attorney is trying to get these charges thrown out. Smallwood has asked the judge to review the grand jury record and determine whether prosecutors gave enough evidence to actually support an indictment. And remember, this grand jury is the reason Olivia ended up in the county court in the first place. So back in May, prosecutors presented their evidence privately to a grand jury, and the grand jury voted to indict Olivia on both felony charges. And no, that doesn't mean they found her guilty. It means the prosecutors have cleared the hurdle necessary to move forward with the case. But now, Olivia's defense is challenging that indictment. And based on Smallwood's comments, we have a much better idea of why. He isn't really disputing the basic sequence of events. Again, he basically just said there's really no arguing what the evidence is, which is also kind of a wild sentence to hear from a defense attorney in a case like this, because, that's been the point from the beginning. Like, at the end of the day here, we're not trying to figure out who held the camera and who posted these videos. Even Olivia herself has publicly talked about posting it and why she believes she was justified in doing so. So the legal fight is over whether those actions actually satisfies the crimes prosecutors were charging her with.
I feel like her problem was after that, she just basically lied about some shit. And after they discovered that the guy was just asleep.
And if the judge agrees with the defense, that they don't. So who knows? I mean, the charges could actually be dismissed at Olivia's next court date on September 9th. So technically, there is still a path that she might not get a trial at all. But if that challenge fails, we're going to court. Because the other huge update from this hearing is that Olivia and the prosecutors have failed to reach a plea agreement. And this is interesting to me because in my last video, I said a plea deal seemed like the most likely way this would all end. Apparently not, though. At least not so far. I mean, we don't know exactly what was offered during these negotiations, what Olivia would want to accept or not, or which side refused to budge. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what's going on, but I am surprised a plea deal didn't happen. And the trial can happen as early as October if all this goes through. Although there is actually another unrelated trial affecting the court's schedule. So if that gets in the way, the trial would actually happen in January, which I think...
Oh my God. This case gives me a headache, bro. So they can't agree to anything. I don't know why they just, I feel like this controversy just needs to be over, bro. Just case shut and done. I mean, I could get her aspects of why she's just trying to fight this and, why the attorney's just trying to, fight this because that's his job. And I mean, in a sense, I guess I get her trying to fight the other type of thing going on, but I don't know. I feel like overall the case should just be shut and done, bro. There's just nothing else that should be to this. The prosecution should just probably just leave this shit and let it go. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people's ego and jobs are like kind of. No. I feel like people's ego really kind of like comes into play, and they literally want this trial or something as some sort of win or something, or I prosecuted this person on something, and they want this whole case to be an example for their next little like problem, I guess.
I think I was in Oswego in January of 2020 of this year. So if we actually don't go to trial for a full year after the first time I appeared, that would be crazy. Regardless, it was very cold there in January, I can confirm. This would definitely be a very interesting case to be a juror on, though. Like, imagine the shock, not hearing about any of this, and you find out some woman did this on TikTok, and you're sitting here like, there's no way this is real, but it is. This is definitely a top 10 jury duty trial. The one that takes the cake is absolutely the TikTok psychic one, though. I mean, that must have been a full-on trip for everyone who was a juror on that case. But regardless, this is just a horror story of how some dude passed out drunk in his apartment and woke up the next morning with 30 million people having seen his junk. Not ideal. But there is also another part of this that I don't want to get lost in the legal arguments. Like, even if Olivia could see this man from where she was standing, seeing someone and recording their naked body, that's two different things. And recording it and then posting it for nearly 30 million people online to watch, that's a whole nother step as well. And that's ultimately what the prosecutors are accusing her of doing. And this is also why I just think this whole situation is so crazy, and the way it's unfolding is just crazy as well. Olivia originally posted the video because she wanted, I guess, to warn other female delivery drivers and expose what she believed this man had done to her. But instead, police investigated her allegations, said they found no evidence that an assault occurred, and arrested her instead. And now prosecutors eventually secured a felony indictment. Now again, the plea negotiations have apparently gone nowhere. Her attorney is trying to knock out the indictment, and unless the judge agrees to dismiss these charges on September 9th, Olivia Henderson could be sitting in front of an Oswego County jury as early as October. So this is how we went from a viral TikTok to an arrest, and now to a grand jury indictment. Drop a like.
Bro, yep. Bro, like I said, my overall thing with this, like I said, I agree with that last part, bro. The overall thing about this is basically you film the guy and he was just naked, and this shit goes viral. Like, I don't understand how a video can survive that long, you know, on TikTok with a dude being naked or any type of private parts being showed. Like, it's crazy how that survived that long. 30 million views over fucking night, bro. Oh my gosh. And like, man, they found no evidence of that, and I don't know. This case, like I said, at this point, it just needs to be thrown out and just solved, bro. I'm tired of talking about it already. But hey, let me know what you guys think of this whole thing below, and let me go watch Atozi's full video on it if you just want to watch alone. But I just wanted to see like an update on this case. But like I said, this case needs to be thrown away. It ruins my mind, bro. Overall, I think she's like overall just like kind of just, you know, wrong about shit, and they shouldn't still be trying to fight this. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 900. Catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?